In this video, I'm going to be showing you how crammed my Office PC is. I'm going to show how crammed the components are in this Office PC now. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, I got the PC on its side now. So now I can go and open it. So I got it open. And now look at this. We have the power supply here, the graphics card here, the CPU cooler here, the solid state drive, and once again here's the graphics card. There's like no space whatsoever on here. And the fans of the graphics card there's one fan and there's a second fan. And this graphics card runs at not at 90 Celsius when I'm playing games, which is probably over how much this should be going at. It's because it barely has any cooling room. Because if I pop this out real quick here. Okay, I got it popped out. If you look in here, see the slot what I have to, when I need a light on, the slot what I have to plug the graphics card into is this black slot here, because there's no way in hell it's going to fit in this slot here. There's no way it's going to fit in this slot right here, unless I took the power supply out and put it on the outside like how it was before. So now I have to plug it in this slot right here. But this graphics card right here, this can do times 4 slots or times 16 slots. And this is a times 16 slot, and then that's a times 4 slot. Times 4 slot, times 16 slot. So I can plug the graphics card into this slot over here, because it's not fitting in this slot. See, when I try to put it in this slot, see, there's just no way it's gonna fit. See this? So I plug it into a times 4 slot, which is in there. So I'm gonna plug this back in. See you in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna push it in now. Oh, there we go. It's in now. It's kind of wobbly because it's only a times 4 slot, but it still locks down. And in between the times 16 slot over here and the times 4 slot over here, there's not much difference. Like on the times 16 slot, I get like 106 FPS on BeamNG Drive and other games with this graphics card. And in the times 4 slot, I get around 60 FPS. So it didn't slow it down much, because I can get like 106 FPS in the times 16 slot and around 60 FPS or higher in the times 4 slot. So there's not much difference there, because 60 FPS, 130 FPS, 106 FPS doesn't really matter on how this graphics card performs, because it's dual compatible. You can put it in a times 16 slot and it would work fine, and you can put it in a times 4 slot and it still would work fine. So as you can see, it's very crammed. I got my solid state drive here, and the hard drive is underneath here. The hard drive is underneath there. This power supply right here would have been on the outside. Like, it would have been up here. The power supply would have been up here on this side once again, if I decide to keep it in a times 16 slot. But I realized that there's not much performance differences in between the times 16 slot and the times 4 slot. So it doesn't really matter if I have it plugged in the times 4 slot or the times 16. It just, the only problem and the downside of having it in the times 4 slot, the graphics card runs at max temperature of what it can run at, and in the times 16 slot, there's much more space when the power supply is out, or PSU is out, so it gets a lot more air. But if you look here, we're having severe air restriction because I can't even stick my finger down here. See? So the graphics card runs a lot harder, but if I had the power supply out, it would run cooler. But still, it doesn't really matter because I have this PC over here. So if this dies, I don't really care because I have this PC over here. I just use this as a backup PC just in case if that one needs to get repaired. And the graphics card in here, there it is. They do make a low profile version of the MSI 4060, but not the 4070. Because that's what's in there. And that card may be able to fit in here, but it would be hilarious if I put that big card in here. But as you can look on the power supply, in here, it actually has external GPU plug-in down in here. This power supply supports the external GPU plug-in. That's what all these extra cords are for here, is so you can plug a graphics card like that into a cord like that. So it would work in here, it just wouldn't fit though, because this is a small form factor. If it was a wider case like this, it would fit. But it's not a wide case, it's just a small Intel i5 office computer. Right there. I don't know why it's... Oh, there it goes. I just shut this off. There's the Intel Core i5. There. If it will focus. There you go, Intel Core i5. So, that's going to be about it on this video. Bye guys. I just was talking about how crammed this computer is now that the power supply is back inside it. Because of this fat graphics card or dual slot graphics card. Bye guys. That's going to be the end of this video.